Hello everyone, good evening. Good evening everyone. Please, today we are going to learn about talking about your well-being and asking questions about it. Maybe you met a friend on the roadside, or your boss at work, your brother, your sister, anybody, You just want to learn how you can ask questions about people's well-being, or in case they ask you the same question, how you can also reply. Okay, nti ene ebisua senia ichia obi ebisa na pomu. Nti senia here in the previous video no, again for the formal and informal, because we know say formal here for mpanimfoɔ, stranger, or boss, obi a wunnim no, you are not familiar with the person. And informal ne obi a wunnim no wadamfo, unua, your friend, your sister, your brother. Yeah, those people, you will send you some questions. But you want to say. So without wasting much time, we can start with it. Into the general question now, we bit maybe sao wapomu in English, We know say it's maybe say how are you or how are you doing? But in German, you cannot wie geht's. That's for informal. You start with informal. Wie geht's? And now it's maybe say wie geht's es dir? And see, such a question, is very common. You should just know it at the fingers, at the tips of your fingers. It's nipa ni bisawa. You have a reply, okay, but this for the informal. But nipa ni bisa formal na. Formal will not be SDA. The DA will change into inen. Say you won't understand this for now, but you start to say pronouns and conjugation into details. Make sure why I say informal ni SDA. Na formal ni S inen. Inti sena meka informal wie geht's with me we in short SDN with me in short and wie geht's, but this is the spelling, this is how you spell it. Apostrophe see one farm bar waiting. Okay, if you are writing it in this way, this is how you write it. But so what kind of different. And the formal name we get S inen. Nen. Okay. So some of the positive replies with Germany Pane, I'm fine, I'm very well, I'm doing great. But this is English. See, I can in German, I'm fine. Obeka said, me geht es gut. Me geht es gut. But I say mission here because wait there very common. When I'm Germany, I'm saying no baby sour. You don't have to struggle. So this one is me geht es gut. Then this one is me geht es sehr gut. Sehr gut. Ubechim. I say I say what can I say? I'm very well. I say there's emphasis on the very. So me get essay good. I say I'm doing very well. I'm very well. Then The other one is me get großartig. Großartig. I don't know any familiar word, but we will manage with it. And on the chair say I'm doing great. Institutional way in the Sumawa, you can just go ahead and use me get as good or me get as say good. But what am I say? Say na the end say where do we Sumawa? You don't have to worry yourself. You can use me get as good. Very common. This one is very common, and this one too. Or you can say it in a simple form without using the me get. The person will understand. So these are some of the examples. Examples maybe without so we can me get and then we'll be trying to short. You go ahead and say good, correct. Say good is correct. And super. Patch away S way, I explained in the previous video, say than Z. Because it comes before a vowel. That's the reason. Until say you don't say super. You say zupa. Because if the S comes before a vowel, that's A, I, O, U. The common vowels that we know. A, I, E, O, U. S no, it be P in nim pe. Z, a better than Z. Like that. You just have to put it in your head. And now and I will say wunderbar. Send me kind. We than Z. In German, there are some common words than. I come in the previous video and see me sign change review. Into we wunderbar. I just say wonderful. And I will say Ausgezeichnet. A big word. Into bar. No achim. With me achim three. With me away first. Okay. Then you come here. Zeich. Then this one is net. Into what can in your boma Ausgezeichnet. With practice on with me and a simple way. But if you are new to the word, pronunciation heading kakra. Into way to say excellent. Ausgezeichnet. In a way tall. English ever kind of tall. We are tall. Tall nature say awesome. On say at the country me and my voice and say there's an exclamation mark. The exclamation mark also plays a role in the tonation of how we are going to say the word. Say be with exclamation. Just say nipano. Either so they before neka and now with a command. Until once emphasis were word and all born so. Emphasis like or trim. And that's all born in a way the mood into tall and a prima just say great and they were fantastic, but when fantastic Germany fantastic it's all you have to be very careful. These are the common replies within their movie to be so V-Gates and V-Gates as the and V-Gates as inen. These are the replies you can give the person. We put a positive into your negative replies. say be a foul, you are not feeling well. Ninia or you need to learn how to say all of this. At least 1 or 2. 1 or 2 be the say 2. Now we see a simple ones. We S gate. S gate nature say you don't know. I say feel like the airport not too bad and not too good. You miss 2 times. Now we see me gate S schlecht. Where the song until war ban watch me, and I'm in son. But you want to say me gate S schlecht. Just I'm not doing well. Then we have me gate S nicht gut. This word no baby just say not, and I know. I think it's just a no, and so next, very common. You come across that word so many times. Next, it's me get S next. Just say I'm not so well. And me get S CN slashed. With what I'm feeling very bad. Am I dang? Oh, am I dang there? Me name is German. This one is me get SA slashed. Okay, ne yawo we mu de more than pa miserable. Sound of bono miserable, like miserable. But de ne bell, miserable. Ne footbar, just say awful. And wait me, I can say I'm tired, I'm unwell. You can say this one or you can use this one at the same time. And say I'm tired, you cannot. It's been mew, but you know any mu there. It's in pronunciation is very important. You know, with the epsilon. We want to mew like meow, but we need a mew. Oh, it's been mew there. And about when it's been crank, and the sure say we know. Or if you don't know, this is how you mention it's crank, like the crank in English. Inti nipa ne bisa saa de ni and I will be send nipa ko no saa question big gates. Oh, now we in and we after the reply, then you also ask the person, and you, because common would you don't have to just be there and the person will be asking only the questions. You have to ask some. And you know, formal no, und ihnen and informal und dir. But you must say very important. The donation is important. If you are practicing about questions, you have to make sure the donation sounds exactly how it sounds in English. And yes, I be raw. Obi or channel, what I say, pardon. So be she. It's the panel be say, you know, a simple reply. I'm also good, thank you. And yeah, auk. To say K, where any key, we any ouch, ouch, I wait see. Pamcho, auk, good danke, auk, Pamcho. Where do we just say also? That's the meaning, auk. Okay, so I have my compile a very short conversation with asking about somebody. The panacom I'll reply with the formal and the informal. See, it's just a practice. You can use this as your own practice. And see, we're a boy and a girl, and you can say man or woman, but this one is informal. So informal, no, we know what happens. I will do some color words so that people will know the difference between the formal and the informal. And see, informal, you know, the person is going to talk about shortcuts and some slangs. We please be anymore. Wadanfo dim koma paucho be anim. Okawa drain straight now baby. Nti we no we put the book a crowd because a boy na danfo dim koma. The Joshua. Nti we boy ni bisa girl no. Girl na friend Maria. Nti we say hello Maria. Goose dish ni say greetings. Maybe it's not a different thing, but this is what I got. It's me, dear mama. Then Maria will reply, "Goose dish, Peter." It's a question and answer. So you need to practice the thing because nipa no bisa wa se mutimi nyina on hwe ne nim saa na wo okaba akwana ujina wo da bi nipa mcho. See, this is just the greeting part. Then the question will follow. Say, V-Gate SDA. And what is saying? Then Maria will reply, "I'm good, thank you. Good, danke." Dear, what say? What's sentence structure now? Is exactly the same as English. Difference behind. So if you are struggling to write sentences on your own, and you have to be home, especially if it's in the present tense, very simple. Which might translate like 90% the same in English, with the subject, the object, and the verb with the same position. A bit more possible. But in German, we know say the verb is the second position in any sentence after the subject or the object. You can swap it on, but we are not discussing about subject and verb right now. Only in the next videos never. So I want you guys to understand the basic things you have to know. This ones, say before you go into details, so that you understand why this one is dear, this one is dish, this one is that, this one is that. And you say, it follows rules. So, good, danke, dear, ubisa. We are no, so bisa. Now, one swear. Then the boy will say, "Oh, Mr. Mahoyo." You see, it's the same as this one. Auk, good, danke. Same thing. And it's simple. You just have to practice. Practice nani here. You can watch the video 2 or 3 times. You get it. Anything. Very simple. Because this one is in the present. So when you go to the past and the past perfect, I want to sentence but always in the present is very simple to understand. But this one is for the formal greeting. It be a wish your boss, wish your big man be. You don't know the person. They want to say only the dim command on wish you or be so. Or poem to saying, you have to answer the question. So between a man and a lady, Mr. and Mrs. That's how I worry for. I don't know if it's just a fake conversation that I made up. So this one is Guten Tag, Frau Johnson. Frau nature say Mrs. or lady or mommy, that word I'm sure you have met it somewhere before, or if you haven't, that's the meaning. Guten Tag, nature say good day. Good day. Good day can be used in morning, afternoon, evening. It's like it's be using it anyhow. Neutral. We any guten Abend or guten Morgen or guten Tag. We a guten. Sorry, any guten Morgen or guten Abend. We a guten Tag. Good day. The day for the day. Either morning or evening is the day. So guten Tag. Hey, my mistake. And I'm supposed to bring the guten Tag. I think I made a mistake. I'll change it. So the lady also replies, Guten Tag, Peter. And her hair. Sorry. Oh, I have no hair, sha. Hair ni Herr. Hair ni just a Mr. or say. This is the spelling. Hair ni sha. It comes before the Peter. And this one is no goose dish. This is Guten Tag with Chiano. So just so with the same, or she can use the goose dish, but it's not appropriate to the question and answer. So what reply you then the man will ask like this one, the same method. It's not by force to go with this method. Maybe a bit maybe side for, but this is very common. We get S inen. This is not dear. This is inen. So I will explain in the other videos why this one is inen and this one is dear. So we just say how are you? Just like this one. The only difference are these pronouns. These what can I say? These pronouns. The adverbs or whatever, adjectives. So then these are the pronouns. Sorry, these are the pronouns. The S, ish. This one is dish. I will explain why this the dish. Ish, yeah, not right now, but in other videos. So what's the S enen? These have to be particular about the endings. We name a difference. Being said, this one is regular. Sorry, this one is formal and informal. The inen and the dear. If once you say you can watch the video again 2 or 3 times, so you understand everything. Okay. So the lady also replies, we get S inen. Mr. Johnson, Mr. Peter. I say we get S inen. Then Miss Johnson will reply, we get essay good. Danke. I'm doing very well, thank you. And you, I didn't bring the thank you, I'll bring it. I'll add it to the notes. And you, then the man will say, me get as good. Danke. Just like send a kind of I want to say, you. Okay. Or the man can also say, we get as auch gut. Danke. It's the same thing. I had my family gate number. I just brought the auch gut. But this one, the me gate is there, so you have to know I am also good. Doing well. Thank you. Okay. Video now it's insane, but sorry guys, I have to explain things to you so that you don't confuse yourself. So in the other videos I will explain why these ones are there and these ones are here, and 1 or 2 things. Yeah, dish. They are not there just like that, so they have meaning. They have meaning. Like this one, like uh, that example I gave, like this, the super. This is super, but it's not super. It's super, super. And the reason was that if the S comes before a vowel, the pronunciation or tonation changes to Z. Okay. Maybe you have seen it somewhere or read it somewhere. The person told you that's how it is. But this is the meaning. There are rules to everything. Okay. So I think this is the end of the lesson, and we are going to continue later with another topic. Choose. Guten Abend. Auf Wiedersehen. See you again next time.